Every game begins the same way.
Hey there, Birdland! Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any exclusive analysis on our beloved O's. We've just received some shocking and painful news, and I need to be straightforward with you all because the reality is harsh. Interim manager Tony Mansolino has confirmed what we've been fearing. Felix Bautista and Zack Efflin are out for the rest of the season. This is devastating news, and we're going to dive into the details to understand what this means for our team. Let's start with our monster, Felix Bautista. I remember the anticipation of seeing him back on the mound after missing the entire 2024 season due to Tommy John surgery. He was pitching well, showing flashes of that dominant closer we know, with a 2.60 ERA in 34.2 innings. But unfortunately, the diagnosis is grim. He has suffered a significant shoulder injury and has an important doctor's appointment later this week. This isn't just any injury, it's something that has forced him to a complete halt. And the recent history doesn't give us much hope. I remember seeing him on the field, and something seemed off. His numbers, though decent, were already showing a red flag. His main pitch's velocity dropped by 2.3 mph compared to the season before his surgery. Furthermore, his walk rate jumped from 11% to 16.2%. These are concerning trends for me, as they suggest that even before the shoulder injury, he was already dealing with difficulties, perhaps compensating for something. Bautista's future is now uncertain. His contract is under our control until the 2027 season, and he who earned just $1 million this season will need a raise. The big question hanging over Birdland is, will he be able to return to his previous level? The Tommy John surgery was already a hurdle, and now this shoulder injury. This is a game changer for our bullpen. The depth we had, which was our great advantage, is now being tested to the extreme. It's not just the loss of a closer, it's the loss of that closer who gave us the feeling that the game was won in crucial moments. And now the case of Zack Efflin. The back surgery for a lumbar microdiscectomy ends his season, and in all likelihood, his journey with the O's. He's in the final year of his 3-year, $40 million contract. Our Birds signed him hoping for a repeat of his first two seasons, where he had a solid 3.54 ERA over 53 innings. However, in 2025, back and lat injuries limited him to just 14 appearances. When he was on the field, his performance was, to be frank, disappointing. A 5.93 ERA in 71. 1 innings is his worst mark since 2017. Efflin was a veteran who was supposed to bring stability to our rotation, but unfortunately he couldn't live up to that expectation. The back injury he has now is the final chapter of a frustrating season. I believe he has played his last game in our uniform. It's a sad end to what seemed like a solid strategic acquisition. And now, the O's will have to look for new reliable arms for the rotation, especially with a new season on the horizon. The financial impact is also a factor, and the $40 million invested in him did not bring the return we had hoped for. The team's management now faces the difficult task of finding replacements, and this completely changes our approach for the upcoming offseason. This is news that shakes the foundation of our team, and the depth of our bullpen and rotation is now being severely tested. The loss of a dominant closer like Bautista and a veteran like Efflin is not something that is easily fixed. The team will now have to adapt, and the weight of carrying the end of the season falls on other players, especially the young talents who are emerging. The 2025 season, which already had its ups and downs, now becomes a true test of resilience. The team's short-term future and the strategy for next season are intrinsically linked to this devastating news. The front office and coaching staff will have to make difficult and precise decisions. In short, Felix Bautista's injury is a triple blow. We've lost our closer, the investment in his future has become a huge question mark, and the bullpen's depth has been reduced. Zack Efflin's situation, while not as unexpected, represents the end of an era, a $40 million contract that didn't work out, and the need to fill the rotation for next year. But now I want to hear from you, Birdland. How do you think the team should handle these losses? What is your biggest concern regarding the future of our bullpen and our rotation? Leave your comments down below. and let's discuss this situation together. And to keep getting the hottest news, exclusive analysis, and in-depth discussions about the Baltimore Orioles, subscribe to the channel right now and hit that bell. Stay tuned for more exclusive insights. Let's go, O's!